Amy Slaton shares rare glimpse into life with sons and fiancé Brian Scott Lavorne as fans all say the same thing. Reality star Amy Slaton, best known for her role on the hit MTV show 16 and Pregnant, and later for starring in Teen Mom, has long been a figure of public fascination. Her journey from teen motherhood to reality television stardom has been filled with highs and lows, making her one of the most enduring personalities in the franchise. But lately, Amy has taken a step back from the spotlight, or at least tried to opting instead for a quieter life centered around her two sons, Mason and Aiden, and her fiancé, Brian Scott Lavorne. In recent months, however, Amy has given fans a rare glimpse into her personal life through social media updates, candid photos, and occasional interviews. These moments have offered an intimate look at how she's balancing parenthood, romance, and rebuilding her life after years of intense public scrutiny. And while fans are thrilled to see her happy and thriving, there's one consistent reaction across the board. Many are saying the same thing, that they're proud of how far she's come. For years, Amy Slaton was often seen as the wild child of Teen Mom. She struggled with substance abuse, legal troubles, and rocky relationships, which were all played out in front of millions of viewers. However, over the past few years, Amy has worked hard to turn her life around. The transformation hasn't been easy, but it's been real, and it's resonated deeply with fans who followed her journey since the beginning. Now engaged to Brian Scott Lavorne, a man who has stood by her through thick and thin, Amy seems more grounded than ever. Their relationship, which began in 2019, has become a cornerstone of her stability. Unlike some of the fleeting romances and turbulent partnerships she's had in the past, this one feels different. It's built on mutual respect, shared values, and a commitment to family. Fans have noticed. "Seeing Amy so happy and stable is such a relief," wrote one fan on Instagram under a recent post featuring Amy and Brian with her sons. "She deserves this peace." Another added, "Brian has been such a positive presence in her life. He treats her and the boys like gold. I'm so glad she found him." One of the most heartwarming aspects of Amy's new chapter is her focus on her children. Now teenagers, Mason and Aiden, are growing up fast, and Amy has made it clear that their well-being comes first. Gone are the days of impulsive decisions and chaotic headlines. Now, Amy is fully committed to being a present and loving mother. The bond between Amy and her sons is evident in every photo and video she shares. Whether they're enjoying a simple dinner together, going on weekend adventures, or just hanging out at home, the love within the family is palpable. "I think what people forget is that Amy has always loved her kids fiercely," said longtime follower at Teen Mom Fan for Life in a comment thread. "She made mistakes, sure, but she never stopped trying to be there for them." That sentiment echoes across social media and fan forums. Many acknowledge that while Amy's past missteps were highly publicized, her efforts to improve herself for her children often went unnoticed. Now, those efforts are finally being recognized and celebrated. Amy's road to redemption has not been without its challenges. In 2020, she served time in jail after violating probation related to a 2019 traffic stop incident involving drug paraphernalia. That period was difficult, not only for her, but also for her sons and loved ones. Yet even during that time, Amy remained determined to change. "I learned a lot about myself when I was away," she told People magazine in a rare interview earlier this year. "It forced me to sit still and really reflect on everything: my choices, my behavior, my responsibilities. I realized I had to be better, not just for me, but for my kids and the people who care about me." Since her release, Amy has maintained sobriety, reconnected with her children, and focused on building a healthy, loving relationship with Brian. She's also embraced therapy and self-care, tools that have helped her manage anxiety and emotional regulation. Her transparency about these struggles has earned her newfound respect from fans and critics alike. "She's owning her past instead of running from it," said one fan. "That takes strength." Brian Scott Lavorne, a former bodybuilder turned fitness trainer, has been a steady presence in Amy's life. While he initially kept a low profile, fans have grown fond of him for his calm demeanor, supportive nature, and genuine connection with Mason and Aiden. Unlike previous partners, Brian doesn't seek the spotlight. Instead, he focuses on supporting Amy and helping raise her sons. His patience and kindness have made a significant impact on the family dynamic, offering a sense of normalcy that Amy says she's grateful for. He doesn't care about fame or drama, Amy shared in a recent Instagram live session. He cares about showing up every day, being a good partner, and being a good role model for my kids. That means everything to me. Fans have echoed that sentiment, often commenting on how Brian's quiet strength complements Amy's vibrant personality. It's obvious he loves her unconditionally, wrote one fan, and he's great with the boys too. They seem genuinely happy together. As Amy moves forward, she's embracing a simpler, more intentional life. She's no longer chasing fame or drama. Instead, she's focusing on health, happiness, and healing both for herself and her family. While she still makes appearances on Teen Mom reunions and occasionally posts content on social media, Amy has stepped back from the constant hustle of reality TV. She's prioritizing privacy, something she's rarely had in the public eye. "I needed to reclaim my life," she explained in a recent YouTube vlog. "I wanted to create a space where my kids feel safe, where we can just be a regular family. We still have fun, we laugh a lot, but there's also structure and peace." That peace, she admits, didn't come overnight. It took years of work, setbacks, and support from loved ones. But now, she says, it feels worth it. "I'm not perfect," she added, "but I'm trying harder than ever, and for once, I feel like I'm on the right path." What's particularly striking about the fan response to Amy's latest updates is the overwhelming positivity. For years, she was criticized, judged, and scrutinized, sometimes unfairly, but now the narrative is shifting. "Finally seeing Amy happy and stable brings tears to my eyes," wrote one fan under a recent post. "She's come such a long way," another commented. "So proud of you, Amy. You've done the work and it shows." Others praised her resilience. "Amy, you inspire me," said a young mother. "You showed that even when you fall, you can get back up. Thank you for being honest." This shift in perception isn't just due to Amy's actions, it's also a reflection of how society is beginning to view figures like her differently. There's more empathy, more understanding that people can grow and change. As Amy continues down this new path, she remains focused on progress, not perfection. She knows there will still be challenges ahead, but she's ready to face them head-on with her family by her side. She's also hinted at wanting to give back, possibly through advocacy or mentorship programs for young mothers. "I want to use my story to help others," she said recently. "If I can keep just one person from making the same mistakes I did, then that's worth it." Whether she pursues that formally or simply continues sharing her journey online, one thing is clear: Amy Slaton is no longer defined by her past. She's writing a new story, one of redemption, resilience, and hope. And fans couldn't be happier to watch her do. Amy Slaton's journey has been anything but ordinary. From teenage motherhood to national fame, from personal struggles to public scrutiny, she's lived a life that's been both inspiring and heartbreaking. But now, as she shares glimpses of her current life with her sons and fiancé, Brian Scott Laverne, the message from fans is clear. They see her growth, they appreciate her honesty, and they're rooting for her. More than a decade after her first appearance on reality TV, Amy is finally getting the recognition she deserves, not just as a mom or a celebrity, but as a woman who refused to give up, even when the world doubted her. And in doing so, she's reminded us all that second chances are possible and that sometimes the best stories are the ones that take the longest to unfold. And in doing so, she's reminded us all that second chances are possible and that sometimes the best stories are the ones that take the longest to unfold.